It's Love for Haddie week, and I'm going to show you a Dead by Daylight lore-based recipe that's going to be one of the best foods you're ever going to try. So, I was taking a break from playing some DBD matches, researching some important personal stuff, and I decided to scroll through Twitter. I saw this hashtag here, Love for Haddie, and wanted to check it out. It looks like people are trying to show appreciation and awareness for Haddie this week, doing SWFs, playing as her. I'm seeing fan art done, emotes done. It's pretty cool. So I wanted to do something myself for Haddie week and thought maybe I could stream on Twitch. However, I saw this post by the Jane Romero show that she's doing Haddie Week SWFs with some pretty big DBD content creators. Now, I can't hold a candle to these heavy hitters yet as far as streaming goes, so I still wanted to do something unique and innovative as far as a way to bring awareness to Haddie. So I went into her lore looking for ideas. Now, first of all, if you get a chance, check out Haddie's lore. She's one of the most badass characters out there, especially the stuff through her tomes. But what I found was in her original lore is this here, that her dad had a catering business in Quebec, and this line kind of stood out to me and gave me my idea here. Her house constantly swirled with the wonderful aromas of cumin, chilies, masala, cardamom, and fresh steaming naan pulled from a tandoor oven. Now, with that, I figured I wanted to make a naan recipe for Haddie. However, naan's great on its own, but it's really good to have something with. And then when I saw these other ingredients, the first thing that came to mind was butter chicken. Now, with that, here's the recipe. Let's go. For the first marinade, you're gonna need some lemon juice, some salt. You can use regular kosher salt for this, but I'm going to be using this. This is bonfire salt. It's extra bold smoked sea salt, and it has a nice char, extra smoky vibe to it, way better than a standard smoked salt. Next, we're going to cut our chicken into 1.5 inch cubes. Get frustrated that it's taking long, get the editor to pull a fast one here. Then cover with the juice from half a lemon, some Kashmiri chili powder, which I forgot to list at the start, and our salt. Mix this like you mean it. Add a little bit more Kashmiri chili powder and marinate for 30 minutes max. Next, for our garam masala, you can get a nice whole spice mix at an Indian grocery store, but I'm going to make my own. For my mix, you're going to need black peppercorns, cinnamon, an Indian bay leaf, coriander seeds, black cardamom, green cardamom, whole mace, whole nutmeg, cloves, and cumin seeds. In a dry pan, throw these spices in over medium-high heat for 2 to 3 minutes, just keeping them moving. You'll notice they'll become more fragrant, maybe start to lightly smoke. This is a very important tip to toast and grind your whole spices whenever you can to bring out more natural oils, aromas, and to make your spices way tastier. It'll also make them last longer as well. Once this is done, set your garam masala aside. This will keep up to a few months in an airtight container and is way better than any stuff you're going to find that's pre-ground. Now, for the second marinade, you're going to need some neutral oil, full fat Greek yogurt, don't get low fat or I'll find you, fresh fenugreek leaves, dried fenugreek leaves, our garam masala, ground turmeric, fresh ginger, and fresh garlic. Throw the first 5 ingredients in. And then fight with the ginger and garlic on a microplane, lose a glove in the fight, and then Thanos snap it into submission. Massage this into the chicken, give it a love tap, cover, and let marinate in the fridge for at least 4 hours, ideally 24. Now, for the naan bread, you're gonna need some bread flour, dry active yeast, more Greek yogurt, a potential chicken, or an egg. First, in a mixing bowl, pour your water, sugar, and yeast. Let sit for 10 minutes to make sure your yeast is alive. And then add your oil, Greek yogurt, and your egg, and bread flour and salt. Mix until a shaggy dough forms, hook up to a stand mixer with a dough hook, and mix on high for 3 to 4 minutes. You can also do this by hand, it just takes about 5 to 10 minutes to actually knead it. Transfer the dough to an oiled bowl, cover and set aside until doubled in size, about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, when your dough's done, take it out, give it a spank or two to knock the air out of it.
What are you doing, step bro?
And remember, if it doesn't leave a hand mark, you're probably doing it wrong. Now, roll your dough out into a log and cut into 10 even pieces. Flour your work surface and roll your naan out as thin as you can make it, about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Now, in a lightly oiled pan over medium-high heat, cook for 1 minute until you see bubbles forming, flip, cook for another minute, and brush with cilantro garlic butter. And repeat with the rest of your naan. The final ingredients you're going to need are some cashews, a quality can of tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, well, except that fucking guy, and some heavy cream. Now preheat your broiler in your oven for about 5 to 10 minutes on high. And while you're waiting, you're going to want to make a tomato smoothie by adding both some of the canned tomatoes, not the juice though, and some cherry tomatoes, and hit the go button on the blender and set aside. Once your broiler's hot, you're going to want to place your marinated chicken onto a foiled lined sheet tray and place as close to the broiler as possible for about 1 to 3 minutes. You want to make sure you watch this, and you don't really want this to cook. You just want it to get as much color as you can and a little bit of char, or as much char as you can. And this is what you want it to look like when it's done. Actually, here, let's go in for a closer look. Now, for the sauce. Over medium-high heat, throw some cinnamon, cardamom, and whole cloves into a dry pan. Take 2 chilies and make a small slice in them with a paring knife. Life hack: if you enjoy crying in the bathroom, do what I did and don't wear gloves. Dry toast these for about 2 minutes, drop the heat down to about medium-low, and add in your butter. Cook for about 5 minutes with the spices in there to add some flavor to the butter, and then take out the spices and discard. Then add grated ginger and garlic, saute for another minute, and then we're going to add in the tomato puree. We're also going to add some cashews, salt, sugar, more Kashmiri chili powder, and more garam masala. Turn the heat up to medium-high and cook for about 25 minutes, making sure to stir that and make sure nothing sticks or burns. We're going to give this the Dr. Phil treatment and strengthen the relationships of the flavors here. Now, if you want to see more DVD recipe videos, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Also, I'll leave my socials and the link for my Discord down below. Once this is cooked down for 25 minutes, we're going to add some water now to loosen it up. Just like... never mind. Now pour the sauce back into the blender, spill a little bit because you're an absolute mess. Get a helping hand from a random stranger and blend it up until smooth. Now, over medium heat, throw your chicken and juices back in with the sauce. And add some cold, unsalted butter. And stir until the chicken's cooked through. Add in some heavy cream. Your fresh and dried fenugreek and serve. Now, to serve this, garnish it with more cream and fenugreek, and take one of the best bites of food you're ever gonna try.